Most everyone would declare that, yeah, I'd like to be closer to the Father. I'd like to walk more uprightly. I'd like to have a more righteous walk, a greater walk of integrity. Most of us would desire and would lay claim to such things. The key to achieving these things is follow through. Hi, this is Barry Phillips with 10-minute toward day 5 of Naso, to lift up or elevate. Let's go to the end of Numbers, or Midbar, chapter 6. In verse 21 to the end of the chapter says, "This is the Torah of the Nazarite who vows to Yahweh the offering for his separation, and besides that, whatever else his hand is able to provide. According to the vow he takes, he shall do according to the Torah of his separation." Then it seems, at least by casual reading, to change gears, and it says, "And Yahweh spoke to Moshe, saying, Speak to Aaron and his sons, saying, This is how you bless the children of Israel. Say to them, Yahweh bless you and guard you. Yahweh make his face shine upon you and show favor to you. Yahweh lift up his face upon you and grant you peace," or shalom. "Thus they shall put my name on the children of Israel, and I myself shall bless them." Continuing briefly then with the idea of walking as a Nazarite, taking on such a vow of separation and dedication as we discussed yesterday. Among those listed in Scripture as taking this vow, or at least demonstrating parts of this vow, Absalom, the son of David, and also, of course, Samson, Hebraically known Shimshon, they were both Nasirs. Both of them were not cutting their hair, and they had this hallmark sign of being assigned great and extraordinary feats. Both of these were very charismatic, very powerful men, very capable men, but they lacked the heart of consecration. They carried the title. They demonstrated the outward presentation, but their hearts were not completely pure and separated and devoted to the vow that was upon them, or at least the decree that was upon them. They didn't follow through. Then we consider Joseph, the son of Yaakov. It says in Genesis, in Bereshit chapter 49, in verse 26, "The blessing of your father have excelled the blessings of my ancestors up to the limit of the everlasting hills. They are on the head of Joseph and on the crown of the head of him who was separated," and that word there is Nasir, "from his brothers." So was Joseph a Nazarite? It's possible. The text kind of hints of that designation and that distinguishing mark. In the book of Luke, chapter 1, verses 15 through 17, concerning Yochanan the Immerser, John the Baptist more commonly referred to, "His father was told, For he shall be great before Yahweh, and shall drink no wine and strong drink at all. For he shall be filled with the set-apart spirit even from his mother's womb, and he shall turn many of the children of Israel to Yahweh their Elohim, and he shall go before him in the spirit and the power of Eliyahu, to turn the hearts of the fathers to the children, and the disobedient to the insight of the righteous, to make ready a people prepared for Yahweh." So concerning Yochanan, it's not only that he was thought then to be a Nazarite, but also that he would have the power and the influence of Eliyahu, of Elijah the prophet. Now, while Elisha had children mocking him, saying, "Go on up, old baldy," and then she-bears came out and devoured them, Eliyahu, was he also a Nazarite? One has to wonder if Yochanan was going in his spirit and power and he was a Nazarite. Was Eliyahu a Nazarite? Speculation, I know. It's a plausible thought, something to think about, something to consider, but we have no absolute decree that I'm aware of. So we have men sharing the same title, the same designation, the same role in society. Some did well, some did not. The key difference is follow through. Here's something to bear in mind as we contemplate His Word throughout this day. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. You may start slower than others, but continuous, steady focus often wins the day. Those who start out too rapidly will exhaust themselves. Those who can get distracted in their run, they'll never finish it all. So staying focused, staying on pace, keeping the prize before your eyes, staying geared up with an understanding of this is what I'm supposed to be doing, this is how I'm supposed to be functioning, this is the role that I've been given, these are my duties, my heart is for you, O Yah, I want to be set apart to you. And so thereon you go, and you will find yourself successful in the completion of that which is set before you. Now, this Torah portion is talking about lifting up. Initially, it was about lifting up the individual, counting them, inscribing their name, listening to their lineage, determining their place in the army of Israel. They were to be acknowledged in as to where to camp, how to arrange themselves. All of these things come into play. But then there is a community-wide blessing, a communal blessing, perhaps you would say, one placed upon the ones carrying the title Am Israel. This is important. It's trendy. It's popular to appropriate things that one would find within Jewish culture, such as tallits or shofars, or a staff that you would carry in your hand. Some use Jewish headgear, such as the yarmulke or kippah, covering the head of the ladies, and so on. And it can be trendy. It can also be misappropriated. And we have seen grievous errors where people have greatly offended our Jewish brothers and sisters by taking that which they can consider to be sacred and set apart and using it in a common fashion or in a fashion that it was never intended. So, again, we must be careful in what we do. Among those things that can be misappropriated, at least in the estimation of those in Judaism, is this blessing. This blessing that is threefold is intended for one particular group of people, and that is those who carry the identity of being Am Israel, the people of Israel. It's not to be casually pronounced upon the masses as if they all qualify. If one is not willing to carry the identity of being Israel, they should not then expect the benefit of this blessing. And that may sound a bit hard, but hear me out. In an age where the spirit of anti-Semitism, more bluntly understood to be the spirit of Jewish hatred, just a simple hatred of Jews, and we're seeing it again and again demonstrated in the headlines of our news. It's sickening. There are those who want the blessings, but they don't want to carry the identity. They don't want to take on the responsibility of being Israel. If you are in Messiah, you're Abraham's seed. And if you're Abraham's seed, you're supposed to be understanding that you're Israel. The favor of Yah, His blessing, His guarding, His face shining upon you, His face and His countenance turning upon you to grant unto you shalom, is for Israel. Be Israel. Claim the identity and receive the blessing. Shabbat Shalom to you, to your family, to all who gather with you. May the peace and the reign of our King be upon you as you do so. Until next week, Shabbat Shalom.